Hallelujah. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod. Malkut Tov Leolam Va'ed. Shalom, shalom, Mishpacha. Shalom, Cam. As you know by now, as you can see by now, we are in Bagan Fellowship Farm, Pottstown, PA. I am Rabbi Binyamin HaKohen, and Queen Adira is here, of course, as you can look and see how the garden is blossoming this beautiful morning. Yokai!
Yokai!
It is July the 11th, 2014. Early morning. Just wanted to show you this. The sun is just now peeking through the clouds, but it's beautiful here. Just got through, as you say, doing some yard work, doing some weeding and cutting the grass. Yokai, Dira. Mashalomek.
Yokai.
Beautiful day to do some gardening, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, look at this squash.
It is beautiful.
It's just blossoming out.
Yes, green world.
Whoop whoop. This is how you do it. Early in the morning, water your plants. Okay? Just as you drink water first thing in the morning, Cain.
First thing.
Get out in the yard at the break of dawn. Shacharit. We're really past that right now. Just wanted you to feel this energy right now. Being in the garden in the middle of the 8 o'clock hour. Woo! Yochai! The sun rising from the east. We had a beautiful rain last night. So the ground is moist. And it is a little bit wet. So let's talk to the queen and see what she's up to today. Shalom, shalom, Akoti.
Shalom, shalom.
What you doing today? What you doing today?
I am managing these beautiful grapevines.
Whoop whoop!
So
It's looking beautiful. It's coming along. It's growing further and longer and longer.
Longer now. It's reaching all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make sure that you trellis way beforehand. Wow. You get your foundation up there so it can grow.
Boy, they pretty hot. Gaffain. Gaffain is the vine. We're gonna have someone look at these clusters of grapes over here. Look at that.
See, there's here.
Look at them. 1, 2, 3,
here,
4.
over here.
Aye, yes.
There's worse some here.
All right.
Somebody's been nibbling.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you always want to come out to your garden and make sure that you're weeding.
Mm-hmm.
And so that the nutrients can get into your veggies and your fruits.
Now explain to the family what's happening with the squash here.
The squash needs a lot of room. So you only want to plant a few squash
now I see why.
at a time. Because these leaves get very big. As you can see, you can have big squash blossoms.
It outgrew the bed.
Yes.
It's supposed to stay in the bed, no?
No, it will trail all through the yard.
Wow, you just let it grow.
So what we've had to do was lift it up a little bit and move it out the way so we could do the mowing of the lawn. And then you carefully put it back down and you just weed around it. But you basically don't want to disturb it.
Okay.
You really don't want to disturb it so that it can...
But big question, how far do you let it go? It could take the whole garden if you let it, looks like.
Well, you want to let it go as far as it can go. That's your food.
Okay.
So
well, show us one of those. I saw one of those fruit was growing. Show us
here's one.
The one that was coming out this morning. I saw the flowers we had.
You see this?
Uh-huh.
Little squash blossom. And the squash blossoms you can eat. And underneath the squash blossom is... Hello.
Squash.
The squash.
There's a big one over there. Show that one.
There's the big one. And the squash blossom fell off and died. So basically, you want to eat these before they die.
That's the big yellow flower.
The big yellow flower is full of nutrients. It's very sweet.
Delicious. So sweet. Had one yesterday.
It's very sweet.
Edmo.
What you can do is you can take and stuff them with cashew nut pate or mushroom salad or something.
Whoop, whoop.
And then tie it with a little something. And then serve it with rice or quinoa.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's very
Quickly
good.
moving because it's at the time. We have the sweet peas update.
Now the sweet
What's
peas
happening today?
are leaning a bit
Uh-huh.
because they don't have anything to hold on to, but they are doing very well.
Look how they're mature. They're ready to be plopped and harvested today.
So this little trellis is no longer useful for them.
Prop it up.
So what we have to do is
Make a teepee.
create a teepee. You get three poles that are about the same size,
Mm-hmm.
and you make a teepee.
Okay.
And you get your twine. I have it around here somewhere.
All right. We'll give them a couple clips afterwards to show
Wrap
us.
it around.
They got
wrap
the
it in
idea.
middle, wrap it at the bottom,
So
and then you start to
It'll
attach
grow
them.
tall. All right. Come along. Show them now. Update on the strawberry patch.
Strawberry season's over.
Mhm.
It ends in and around June.
Mm-hmm.
So we've harvested all the strawberries we want to harvest for this year.
But you still weed it.
But you still need to weed it and manage it
Mhm.
and clip it down so it doesn't get to be too overweeded. So what you can do now is plant something else for the fall.
Okay. And look at this. This is one of my favorites here. Look how strong it looks and tall. You can't really get the depth of how high it is now. But look, it's taller than a deer now. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and the thing about these greens is they're like collard greens also. Collard greens will flower like this.
Can I have one? Let me have
So
one.
you want to
Let me have
harvest
one.
your
Poke one for me.
you want to harvest your
These taste
flowers.
so delicious.
These are full of energy.
Oh.
And mustard greens are hot. So the flowers are hot also.
When you say hot, what do you mean? It's not hot.
It's very it's like cayenne pepper.
Aha. Yes, yes. I love that kick though.
So you can use the mustard greens raw, just like collard greens. You can use them raw, or you can cook them. But they have like a really, really hot taste to
Look
them.
how
So
strong they're growing. Tall and
you
strong.
might want to put them with some potatoes or some turnips or some other collard
Now I know you
greens.
planted some peppers over here somewhere. These look like peppers over here.
They do look like peppers, and I did plant peppers here.
Not marijuana, but
But
peppers.
I don't think that
But look, look at the bugs. Oh, that's a good example. Looks like a ladybug.
These are beetles. They're not ladybugs.
Look how they're eating the flowers. So did you wonder why they got those holes now in your plants?
But
Now you see
everything
them.
has a purpose, okay? So even the weeds have a purpose. They feed the insects, and some of the insects are good for your flowers, for your gardens. So
Quick. In this last 4 minutes. Uh-oh, we're running. And what do we got over here?
I want to tell you about the chard,
Yes!
the Hebrew chard.
They're looking great. We weeded nicely last week. And
Pretty nice. And I call them Hebrew chard because these are seeds from last year's harvest. So they're no longer belonging to the Swiss. They're
ignore the
belonging
sign.
to
It
the
says
Hebrews.
okra. I know it says okra. We got some okra to show you soon.
And now we have here in the back, we planted watermelon, but somebody came along and mowed the whole thing down. So
That's
now
so
we
right.
came back
Squash is
and
coming up
planted
there.
some squash and some sunflowers. So these are the sunflowers,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the squash. We planted some here
4, I
and
believe.
here
3.
and
4.
here.
Actually, have 5
And there.
plantings.
So we have sunflowers and squash planted. The sunflowers will grow very tall, and the squash will grow all over the ground here. So that'll be really good.
The same thing in
space
this
for them
bed
to
here.
grow.
There's some peppers were growing. Now these
Collard greens were planted here, but then again, they didn't make it. When you have seeds, you have to be very close and water them very often so that the seeds can take. So since this place is so far away from where we are, we didn't get a chance to water the garden.
And look at these now.
So the seeds didn't take, but the weeds, some of them we allowed to grow and flourish. Many of them we took out, but some of them we
Yes.
wanted to see
And why do we do that, love?
because everything has a purpose and we can study them. They're medicinal. In
Listen,
a lot of
let me
cases,
talk to the family
the
real quick.
weeds are medicinal. So weeds are not the enemy.
Hello, listen. Y'all don't make no mistakes. I know it's bad English, but it's all right. Y'all don't make no mistakes. So, as I'm learning, going through and learning, there are, I would say, thousands, not hundreds, of variations of plants and vegetables as you will go through. And each of them has their own special characteristic. King, as you get to know them, you will see, like this leaf has, jagged edges, and some of them have like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each of them has their different characteristics as you study them. Look at this one over here. This one is not jagged, right? Turn around over this way. Show them this flower. So how this one's just one big leaf. It's not jagged. Now the one below it is a little different. It has more spear shape. So as you begin to know these plants, okay, we have to investigate. We learned about the dandelions, how nutritious the dandelion that we step on every day right now our driveway. So word of caution. We're learning. We're getting back into the cycle. We are returning to the land. So I pray all of you are enjoying the summer months. We just came into the 5th month. And so we're moving right along. The 7th month is right around the corner. So it's not too late to start. Is that right, Adira?
No, it's not too late to start because you have your summer harvest and you have your fall harvest because you're planting at different times of the year.
Let's share with them some of the thoughts that you learned this season, this first harvest. What have you learned up to this point so far?
Well, I did learn about the grapevines.
Okay.
Last year it wasn't nearly as powerful and strong as it is this year. So I'm really happy to see that. Just learned about the different weeds. I'm doing a lot of research on weeds. We learned about the plantain. We're doing research into these here. This is a particular weed, and we want to know the medicinal properties and values of this.
It looks so beautiful.
I believe it's called a bull thistle. So there's a lot of medicinal properties, so a lot of different weeds. So as you're going through, of course you want to weed your garden, but be mindful of what's in your garden before you weed. Plantain is good for the digestive system.
Okay.
So instead of going to the doctor and having to take GERD, for gastrointestinal problems, why not learn about the herbs that the Most High has given us?
Okay.
And learn how to make a tea.
Last word of the day, something
last word of the day
is we've been eating live food this week. Yes, tell them about it.
The last word of the day is that you can continue to sow. Look on the back of your package of seeds and find out when is the last time you can plant that particular thing.
Right.
Don't think it's too late just because it's July. You have different things.
Sukkot is in October.
Yeah.
All right.
So that would be like cauliflower, Brussels sprouts.
The final harvest
squash,
is yet to come.
Different things like that. You have
Abatia, watermelon season.
Summer squash. You have watermelon. Absolutely. So these types of things you want to be mindful of.
Sweet corn. We had some beautiful corn this week. It's not too late to plant that corn.
And we've been eating the sweet corn live.
Whoop, whoop.
So you can take the corn and slice it right off the cob, put it with some avocado, some celery, and some
Talking about the purple
oil.
kale.
It's a wonderful dish. The purple kale
whoop,
is
whoop, whoop.
in our garden, so you'll see that the next time.
So one last thing, when eating. So all this was done for the purposes of what? Eating, Kane. And one important point about eating is timing. Tell them about the timing. It's not as important what you eat, but the timing is also. Tell them real quick about that, Adira.
Well, you have to look again at the back of your package. See and record.
We're talking about eating.
See and record how much time it takes in order for that particular thing to mature. Because you don't want to harvest it too soon, and you don't want to harvest it too late. All right.
Yes.
For example, zucchini. Zucchini you can harvest when they're small, depending upon how long it takes to mature. But don't let them get this big because then they're overripe.
Right. Now I was referring to the actual eating the foods, like drinking your water in the morning. When do you drink your water? Is there a wrong time to drink water?
You drink water at the first crack of dawn when you open your eyes. You should have like 8 ounces of water. That gets your organs started. It gets your body running, gets everything running nice and smoothly. Coffee should not be the first thing that you drink in the morning.
Right.
It will have an adverse effect on your body. It's caffeine, it's a stimulant, true, but the water will get your organs running the way they should be.
Sure.
And you should drink anywhere perhaps between 30 and 60 ounces of water a day.
Yes. And we were doing a lot of juicing, like I said, the kale juicing. We're going to be sharing you more information, details about that. Again, we're still looking to do a health seminar, educational series coming out your way.
Absolutely.
To bring it all together. As we return to the land, as we start to grow our own foods, preparing them is very important. So there's a lot of education we want to bring to you, knowing your body and how it works, the anatomy. Yokai?
Yokai. And stay away from processed foods.
Absolutely.
That includes vegan processed foods.
We're going to bring all that information that we're learning to you. Until the next time, Mishpaka, Anachnu Ahavatim. We love you. To the next time.
Yokai.
Yokai.